Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today is the 14th of June and for this video I'm going to film an exam diary because this time next week I will have sat 2 of my 3 mocks, and because I'm not doing AS this year, these are going to be the first exams that I've actually done since starting college, so they're actually going to be in the basement, which is where we sit our exams at my college. So I thought I would film sort of this week so that it's not just the 3 days that I have exams, so there's a bit more to the video than there would be. So today I have double Spanish until 10:50, a 4-hour gap, and then I have an English language lesson at 2:50. So I thought I'd bring you along with me to see what my Friday is going to look like, because this is one of the last few intense days that I'm going to do, because by about Monday there's not much, it's got to the point where I will be sitting an exam in 2 days, so there's not much point in doing practice questions, whereas today I still have a week to my language exam, so doing practice questions are useful still. And in my free today, my plan is to carry on with my personal statement because we started it last week, and I found using that 4-hour gap really useful because I sat in Starbucks last week and I don't think I could have revised in that, because to be fair I'm never really productive in my 4-hour gap. Like, I should be with revision, but I can never just go and sit somewhere and work solidly for 4 hours. But with this personal statement I was I could sit and work on it and then go and type up some notes or something and then go back to the statement, so that worked really well for me last week. And so obviously I'm not going to actually film any of my lessons because that's a bit weird, you know, probably not have people's permission and stuff. So really you're going to see me going to and from lessons and at home doing revision, because the plan for today and tomorrow is to have sort of last 2 really intense days. Sunday I've got some reading I want to do and some a few other tasks, and then I've got 3 tiny lists on my wall which I will show you now of what I want to get done the day before the mocks. So because my mocks are all afternoon mocks, that's stuff I want to do after. So that's my first one, that's second, that's third, which is obviously why they are in that order, because that makes so much sense. So that's what I'm planning on doing, is last minute revision, and then this was my revision list over the last week. So this is going to be me signing off temporarily. So I will see you later on the other side of my Friday lesson, so about 4:30 probably. So welcome back to the vlog. It is now Saturday the 15th of June and it is about 7 o'clock in the morning. And I have a cat with me. There she is. Hello. Cat. I have until 1:30 to just sit and revise, because at 1:30 I need to be out of the house to go to a Rainbows meeting. So my plan for today is revision plus a literature practice question, and then tomorrow I'm going to do language practice questions. But with the unseen I think I'll be alright, because it's obviously not like what we do in language, but I can do it a lot quicker than I can do the comparison. But I need to be able to do the comparison in an hour, so I want to be able to, you know, make sure that I don't go over an hour, and make sure what I write in that hour isn't absolutely rambly and awful and won't get me the grade that I want in this mock. So that's why I'm doing that. And then because I still have practically a week until my language mock, I thought I would do language practice questions last, because that is my last mock. So after tomorrow the plan is not to do any more practice questions, because 5 days before the mock, arguably yeah I could be, but I also only have 2 days to my English lit mock, so it's I don't really want to be doing that. So basically I'm sorting out breakfast and stuff now, and I've made some tea, or making some tea, in my weirdly festive mug. But I like my mug, it's cute, so that's fine. I think my voice sounds really creaky, but it's because I'm trying to be quiet, because I think everyone but my sister's asleep still, so we don't really want to wake them up. But yeah, so I probably won't say much while I'm upstairs until about 9, because I've sort of filmed like what I'm doing today part of this day, and then, you know, after that I'll talk again, like this is how I've got on, so hopefully I will talk to you again in a bit, if that makes sense. So it's now 10:30, and what I've got to do between now and 1:30, so I've got 3 hours until my Rainbows meeting, is Handmaid's Tale 1984 plot revision, which started in lesson, word clash revision for grammar, which is relevant for all 3, accent dialect revision, which is for language, a paper 2 section A practice question for language, which is an evaluate the idea question, which I think I want to do abroad on because I've revised gender already today, performativity, and then once I've done accent dialect I've done all the stuff that come up in the mock. And then I want to go through my Theme 1 Unit 2 Quizlet for Spanish and my Theme 2 Unit 1 Quizlet, and then I want to do some key character revision just before I go. So that is the sort of next block of stuff that I'm doing. Okay, so it's now nearly 12 and my camera stopped filming halfway through, but I've done like plot revision and key characters revision since I last like spoke to you, which is really annoying because I was doing it and I was like, yes, it's all good, everything is fine, everything's chill, and then I look at my phone and it is off. It's like not good, but it did capture most of the Spanish stuff, so that's positive. So yeah, what I've got left to do before I go to Rainbows in theory is accent dialect revision, which I might do after now, and the practice question. So I might do a wider like practice question and see what accent dialect theory I can remember anyway, because like there's a few, because it's like, oh, I need 45 minutes to do it, so I think I might do it now, so I can still go like have lunch. And I think it sort of just started, like obviously I was like aware of it, but like sort of just I've kind of like, oh my god, this time next week you'll have done all 3 of them, whereas most people I know have got one the week after too, or they've got most of theirs the week after. But because language, literature and Spanish are all in 3 days, mine will be done by this time next week, which is insane. Like, this time next week I'm either going to be in Manchester or Sheffield, depending on where I end up going first. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to Manchester first, but I'm not sure, not 100% sure on that, because my dad's taking me for the open days. So yeah, this time next week I will be at an open day, and like I won't have to think about like actual like stressful revision for the foreseeable. Like literally my only commitments are going to be coursework, any magazine stuff that needs doing, and personal statement, which is honestly amazing. So yeah, I'm thinking that I try and get my practice question done now, and maybe even so that when I get straight back from Rainbows I can sit and do my literature practice questions, meaning I've got the evening in theory to do paper 1 section A stuff that I was going to do tomorrow, but I might just try and dedicate most of the day to reading, because yeah, I've read The Handmaid's Tale 1984 in the last few weeks, both of them, but I kind of want to read them again just because every time I've read them I've picked up more quotes. It's like, no, it will fill me with confidence if I have a chance to read them, because I'm not going to Monday and Tuesday because I've still got to go to lessons. Wednesday I would have had tutorial in English, but that's during my exam. Thursday I'm going to my English lit lesson because I want to be around people before my Spanish mock, but no one in my lit does Spanish, so like and then Friday I would have had double Spanish and then English language in the afternoon, but my mock is in during my language lesson, so obviously I'm not going to go to that. Could you imagine? And I don't think I'm going to go to my Spanish lesson either, even though it like impact my attendance, because it starts at 8:50 and so I don't want to be in college, because I could register and then go and do revision because we've done our Spanish exam by then, but I don't want to be in college from 8:50 when I could just come in at like 1 instead, whereas with my literature lesson on Thursday I'd be in at 11 anyway, and it will give me like time to like, you know, try and reassure myself that I haven't failed English, because I'm not going to have time to stress about my English mock after I've done it, because I'm going to a what's it called, seminar, that's the word. Imagine being an English student that knows words, that would be amazing. So instead of talking to the camera and procrastinating, because I think that is what I am doing currently, I'm going to do this practice question. I'm going to get it done before I go to my Rainbows meeting, so it's me signing off for a bit, so we'll see you on the other side of my Rainbows meeting hopefully. So instead of writing up the whole of the essay, I've decided I've written one paragraph, because I worked out like I would have come up with 8 paragraphs including introduction and conclusion, which would give me 5 minutes per paragraph, which was a lot more manageable than spending the 45 minutes doing something that I've done 3 or 4 of in the last 3 weeks, and it will give me more chance to focus on other aspects of revision that I've covered in less detail. And in my most recent Evaluate the Idea essay, that the paragraph that I wrote that was linked to performativity was the weakest and linked least to the question, so I thought if I go over that again, that's useful, because like my paragraph that's about community practice and Eckert's work was probably one of the stronger ones that I did, so I was like, there's not much point in me writing that one again, because I know what theory I want to use, I know the statistics that I need. Whereas performativity, it was much shorter, it was much less detailed, so I thought I'd work on that. And as a result, I do feel a lot calmer with that theory. Not theory area, because that's like the big one. It's like a smaller part of it. So yeah, that really helped like stress, because it means I've now got still about an hour and 20 to leave the house, which means I can get more done than I would have done otherwise. And it means that I haven't just not done the write-up for the Evaluate the Idea question, because I timed it and it took me about 4.5 minutes to write that paragraph, which if I could do that for all 8 paragraphs that I would have in theory written in this part of the exam, then I would have been in my time limit, so that's good. So it's been an interesting evening, not as productive as I would have liked, but my plan now is to, instead of sticking to my original plan, do the 3 things here that are highlighted. So phrases and clause revision for language, printing my theme sheet for literature, and numbers, so tens, hundreds, like 1,000, and then first, second, third, all through to 20th, because that could be really useful to know for my mock. So that's what I'm planning on doing. And what I'm also making is this, which is going to be a list of everything that I don't want to revise, because at this point it's not revision, it's more of a, I'm recapping it, making sure there's no like gaps, because like if I don't say, so yeah, basically this is to make sure that there aren't gaps that I could have sorted out before the mocks. Like there's going to be certain things that I'm going to go in the mock, into like my mock, and think you should know this but you don't. But if I try and pick up on as many of those things now, in the sort of like last week before the mocks as possible, then like that would be really useful for me. So like, so it's now 10 o'clock and I have finished the 3 things that I wanted to do from my revised plan, and I've also finished my official planned thing of what I want to recap for the next week. Some of them will only take like 10 minutes, but others are going to take like an hour, so that's why I've left the time blank for now, because I haven't sorted out what, like where I'm doing and stuff. Like I'm going to do the reading stuff tomorrow because that's my last full day off before I go back, so that's good. So this is where I'm kind of ending today's vlog. So this one like sat on my Saturday. Hopefully my Sunday is going to be a lot easier because I don't have to go out, so I'm not going to have to like think about that, and hopefully, so yeah, I will see you tomorrow then, a vlog which will post at the same time. So literally I'm going to see in about 2 seconds really, but for me it's like a night's sleep, and because I'm tired, because today, despite the fact that it wasn't quite as much as I wanted to do because I had to go out, because we took the rainbows to a park, it's been a long day. I could do with some sleep, so I'm going to say good night now, and I will see you tomorrow, guys. So I'm going to be honest, today it's not going amazingly. I slept through all of my alarms and I didn't get up till 10, which I know is like my body saying that no, you need to stop, you need to not chill out, but you need to like bring it down a little bit, because you've got like 2 days to the mocks, and I don't want that to happen on the day of any of my mocks, because if I get up at 10 on the day I will cry, because just, oh my god, that gives me like 2 hours left, which is ridiculous. So yeah, it's now 1 o'clock because I have made Sunday dinner for my dad because it's Father's Day and we had to have cooked breakfast because it's Father's Day. So honestly today is just not going to plan, and my voice really hurts and I'm not really sure why. So yeah, not amazing, not feeling amazing. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to be a bit more productive now because they've all gone out and like left me here, so hopefully I will get more done. So I'm thinking, because today I was meant to read both books again, what I think I might do instead is read one this evening and one tomorrow evening. So I'll probably read 1984 first, because that's what I've read every time. So this is going to leave me with, to be fair, what looks like a lot of tasks, but some of them, like actually about half of them will take between 5 and 25 minutes, I would say, which is quite short. Like obviously, like doing the practice questions for language, I think that needs to be done before I think I could do them on Tuesday, and I finish at half time on Tuesday, so I've got like literally I've got 25 hours until my actual mock, so I can still spend a portion of Tuesday afternoon doing other revision. So I might try and get my exam questions for language done on the Tuesday, even though it means I won't be able to like ask my teacher or anything to read them, but marking them myself is it'll be useful anyway, because I need to know like what I need to do to get the good grade, because I'm gonna be honest, so it's now just gone 8 and my bag, which you can see in the background, has been packed for college tomorrow. I've got English lit, lunch, English language, so nice day, hopefully not too stressful. So yeah, now I'm gonna try and read 1984 again for the last time, frighteningly enough, before my mock, and then I'm gonna read The Handmaid's Tale hopefully tomorrow night. So if this is the last time that I actually speak to you in the video, I will see you tomorrow morning bright and early for my literally like my last Monday of lessons before I have to do mocks, which is terrifying to be honest. Like what? Because that's come around really quickly. So I will see you in a bit. So it is now Monday morning, it's about 10:05, and in just over an hour I have an English lit lesson, and it is our last lit lesson before our mock, so that's gonna be fun. So we're like revising. Then I've got a 40-minute break for lunch, which I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. I might go and get a milkshake. So yeah, probably gonna decide what I'm gonna do with my lunch break after. And then I've got English language, and that is, but I've got a lot more English language lessons than anything else this week, because Monday and Tuesday I'm going to lessons still, and then like my exams are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so I've got my single lesson for language today and then my double tomorrow. So in a bit I'll be walking to college, so I'll take you along with me. I probably won't talk, even though like it's not actual like school time, it's still a bit weird if someone sees me. I'm like, hi guys. And to be fair, like, makeup looks quite cute today, and other than Wednesday, it's gonna be probably the last time you're gonna see me looking nice, because on Wednesday I've got a seminar after my English exam, so I'm gonna have to look alright for that, because I've never met any of the people there before, so I had probably better put in a bit of effort, not just like hoodie and jeans. But yeah, otherwise my quality of appearance is just gonna go downhill from here, so enjoy. So I'm on my way home from college now, and seriously it's so nice out. Like, oh, this is weather literally the whole of last week and most of this week, because this is like the last time it's meant to be nice after exams. So yeah, enjoying a bit of the sun currently. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up now because there's people coming and it's a bit awkward. So life is good. My books, well, some of my books have just come from Amazon. So I've got this one, the Communist Manifesto, and then a book that's linked to language that one of my teachers said might be really good to read. So I'm feeling very happy because it won't meant to come until tomorrow. So now I have a book to take to college for tomorrow's lesson. So yeah, life is good. I'm very happy at the moment. In like 20 minutes I'm going to be stressed again, but like currently we're enjoying the book feeling, so that's all good. So yeah, things are good. So now what have I got to do? I have some, okay, so what I've got left to do is some tense revision for Spanish. I've done all of the themes that I was going to do for Spanish today. Accent dialect recap, so performativity recap, and then that's for language, and then for literature, which is my Wednesday exam, which is just over 24 hours now, I've got to recap my inhumanity, language, and language, power, and representation of women quotes. And then I want to read The Handmaid's Tale tonight, but that might end up happening tomorrow because I finish at 12:30 tomorrow, and it's already like 5 now. And to be fair, I started reading 1984 at 8, and it takes me longer to read 1984, so in theory I'll be able to do it. So yeah, Handmaid's Tale is either going to happen tonight or tomorrow night, so that's fine. I'm going to go take my makeup off, and then we're going to get down to business. So the egg has returned, the hair is back up, because that is how I do things. So I've got about an hour to work now, because we are having an XR video call for an hour then, which means that getting rid of the Handmaid's Tale, it's not going to happen tonight. Like, I wish I could say yes, it's all good, it's going to happen, but no, it's not. But it's fine, because I have literally, between my last lesson on Tuesday and my actual English exam, I have 25 hours, which, you know, obviously I'm going to sleep and stuff, but that's long enough, and I'm meant to be doing less tomorrow, weirdly enough, even though that's like my freest day. So yeah, you know, good shout Alice on Sunday thinking, yeah, Monday is the day to do everything. So yeah, update. So it's now 9 o'clock and I'm going to hopefully read The Handmaid's Tale for the next hour and a half and see how far I can get through it, and then read the rest of it tomorrow morning. I can hope that I get through pretty much all of it tonight, but you know, I'm not sure how likely that is going to be, even though it took me like less time than I thought it would to read 1984 last night. But I don't think I'm going to film it because my phone is on a very low battery and you've already sort of seen me reading. Like, it's not that interesting, to be honest. Like, there's not really much technique involved in reading, so yeah. So I'm probably leaving the video here tonight and I will pick you up again tomorrow for my last full day of lessons before the mock start. Oh my god, that's... oh man, it has come around so quickly. So yeah, I'm thinking that tomorrow is going to be like the worst day for like stress and stuff, because I think once I get into like the sort of exam mode, once I start sitting the exams, it'll like go really quickly, which it's like, you know, sort of once we hit Wednesday, you know, things, you know, final push for the rest of this week, and then I've literally just got coursework, personal statement stuff to do for the end of the year, and everything will be slightly calmer than it is currently, because I'm not gonna lie, everything's feeling pretty chaotic at the moment, like, but it's fine because like I can cope with the stress, and I haven't cried yet, so like I'm doing quite well there, I would say. Like, we are not in tears, so that is always positive. Whether or not I can say the same in a few days, so yeah, hopefully things are gonna be okay. Even if they're not, it's not just the marks that's been taken into account for my predicted grades, it's everything I've done this year, so it's like, these are not the be all and end all. Like, yes, they are important, and that is why I'm like filming this, because like, you know, this is my first experience of exams, like in even a remotely formal setting since starting college, so like I thought it'd be interesting to film. So I will pick you all up again tomorrow for essentially my last 3 lessons before I have to sit an exam, which is double English language and single Spanish. So I've not actually got any more literature lessons until after my mock now. I've got 1 lesson of my other 2 tomorrow before the mock, so that's honestly like insane how quickly that's gone. Like, oh, man, it's fine. So I'll pick you up again tomorrow and I'll see you later. Setting quote recap, past quote recap, AO3 recap for like historical context, and then I want to go through sentence function and sentence types, which is more linked to like language, but I might use it tomorrow. Like if I want to say like something, this is a main clause, or like the writer uses this main clause to do something. So yeah, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to read through my past essays that I've done for paper 2 section A and paper 2 section B, and a word class recap. It's like a last minute thing because I'm probably most confident on word class than anything else for like the grammar stuff, and like it's not as important for literature as language. Like I need to know it in more detail for language, but it'll be useful for me to go through it tomorrow. So yeah, so I'm going to get down to getting this work done and hopefully it will go well. So it's now 10 to 8 and essentially I have finished the work I'm going to do for this evening, and I'm just going to try and keep calm now until tomorrow morning because I need to go to bed about 10:30 at the latest. I might read a bit more of The Handmaid's Tale because I've got 14 chapters left to read, and that's alright, but I want to watch Academically Bridge now, which is on 8 till 9, so I'm gonna sit and watch that for a bit, then either try and chill out or finish my reading. But I'm not going to do any intense revision now until I say intense revision, like I'm not going to do any intense revision tomorrow either. I'm just going to like go through like my past essays and stuff and my quotes one last time, all my A5 stuff, and hope that I've done enough for the. So this is definitely the calmest I've been about exams since GCSEs, because like it's like telling myself they're just marks, and like that at the end of the day they do not form the whole of my predicted grade, they just form part of it to see how I get on it under exam conditions, because it's not something we've seen yet at college. So yeah, I haven't actually, like, I've cried once this week, which I would say is really positive. How well that is going to last after tomorrow, Thursday, is a different question, but hopefully things are not going to get that much worse, like, because I feel a bit like shaky and stuff, but I think keeping myself calm tonight will be the best way forward, because I need to get a good night's sleep tonight to get through tomorrow, even though I'm not actually into 1:30 because that's like the exam start time. Probably going to go in about 1. So it's now nearly 10:30 and literally my entire family are asleep. I am gonna go and read some of one of the books that I'm reading for fun and then go to sleep, because I need to keep calm before the exam tomorrow, and I've still got like 7 hours from when I go up to when I need to be at college for the actual mock. So hopefully if I stick to my plan, everything's going good. So I will see you tomorrow for the first day of actual exams. We have finally got there after about 50 hours of video, it feels like. So yeah, this is going to be like the longest video I've ever made. So I hope you're looking forward to that. Hi guys, so it's Wednesday morning, it's just gone about 7 o'clock and I have 6 hours until the actual exam. So I'm going to get ready to go now, so that when it gets to like 11 I'm not like freaking out about not being ready to go. And then once I'm ready, so about 8 probably, I'm going to just review stuff, go over anything I don't know 100% and hope that it was enough for the exam later. So that is what I needed to say this morning, so I'm going to go and get ready. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so it's now 10:15. We are about 3 hours from the start of the exam, and to be honest, I'm feeling a bit panicky in the sense of I'm starting to think, oh my god, you've not done enough, even though, you know, at this point there is nothing more I can do really. Like, I can look over things and I can review things, but I can't do like practice questions now, like, or it's too late for anything like that. So I need to try and keep telling myself is that this is fine, this is normal, this is the way I'm feeling, because it's how I felt even before like my maths exam last year, and I did like so many practice questions for maths. Still not enough though. So yeah, like, I don't know if I've done enough, but I can hope that I have, and I can hope that I can answer the question, or at least one of them. And like, I can hope that unseen extract is a good one. So yeah, it's like, just have to keep telling myself and keeping myself calm, because if I get stressed now, in 3 hours I'm not going to be able to sit, like, I'll be useless. So it's like, keeping me calm is the only way that we're going to survive the next 3 days. So I'm going to look over some of my quotes again, look over my A5 stuff and hope that I can remember it when I get in there. So yeah, fingers crossed things are not going to go belly up now. So it's now nearly 12:15 and I'm about to leave to go to college for my exam. It's going to take me 20 minutes to walk there, and that'll give me 55 minutes about to find where the exam is, because it's in a certain room, to do a bit of revision before the exam, and to be there with plenty of time. So I will see you on the other side of my first mock. Okay, I'm back from the seminar and the exam, and to be honest, the exam questions were really good. Our extract was from Children of Men, which I've read, and I chose a question on freedom, which should have been a really good to answer, but I finished weirdly early. Like, I never finish early for English Lit, like I'm always writing to the last minute, and then for some reason I had like 20 minutes to spare, so I went through it and then I sort of realised that there was like no context. It was not a fun time. It was like, nope, this is honestly the worst answer I've ever written. So yeah, that's fun. It's really badly constructed. I really struggled with planning the Children of Men extract. I just don't know what happened with it, because I came out and I didn't feel amazing about it, but now I've had time to think about it. It's like so many stupid things that I've done, but because I didn't have time to think after it, because I had 20 minutes to the other side of town to go to the seminar thing I went to, I haven't had a chance to think about it. I didn't stay behind after and speak to anyone after the exam. But it's like, you know, that was meant to be like my middle one, so Spanish tomorrow is not going to be fun, I don't think. I think Spanish is going to make me cry, because I felt like crying in there, because I was sat there for like a solid 5 minutes and I was like, I literally cannot think, I don't know what's wrong. So yeah, I'm just really not happy with how I did in that, because I know it's not the grade that I wanted, and I feel like I'm about to cry, to be honest. Like, and I shouldn't be, because it didn't go, like, I thought I'd failed like so many things last year, and they were like the better grades that I got, so the fact that I don't feel confident with it is probably a good thing. But like at the same time, I'm like, that means it's either gone one way or the other, doesn't it? It either means that I'm underestimating myself and I've actually done alright, or it means that So because I've been literally, my phone has been off like that was 5 hours, I just checked my subject group chat for English Lit, and to be fair, the majority of people found it a bit rough. It was our first sort of official exam in the basement. So yeah, the reality is I have sat worse mocks, I've sat worse real exams, and I can't think about literature until this weekend. What I need to do is focus on my Spanish one, which is going to be the hardest because it's one I'm least confident in, and if literature is anything to go by, it's going to go worse. Which means the only thing I really look forward to is language, and I've just got to hope that the question is gender-based or performativity, or something I just bang performativity into, because that's, you know, if I'm going to do best in language. I think I know that for certain now, because I know that Spanish is going to go badly tomorrow regardless of how like much I want it to not. Like, I'd absolutely love like a B or an A in Spanish, but even a B's pushing it a bit, whereas I was like, yeah, I'm expecting A's in both English, and now I'm really not. Like, after today, like, I think I'll be lucky if I've got a B overall, and this was sort of like an opportunity to prove to like my teachers and stuff that I could do it in exam conditions, and it's like clearly I haven't been able to do that, so it's like, oh my god, it's like how am I going to get my progress rate to be from an A/B to an A if I can't even do it in the exam conditions? Like, hopefully worst case scenario is I've got a B, which sounds so fucking annoying, and I know that everyone's like, oh, but you'll have done really well anyway, but it's like, but I really wanted that A in English more than anywhere else, like, because I'm more confident in language with like what I'm doing, in a sense, like, because the questions would have the same structure. It's like, not that I knew more what I was doing, because I obviously I knew what I had to do for literature. It's just my A5 was a bit shit. My A3 was practically non-existent until 20 minutes before the end, when I realised there was none in the entire essay. So I went back and I added some stuff about like Nazi Germany. So yeah, after that brief rant slash near cry about English, time to do some Spanish revision, because I'm not going into that exam tomorrow saying that I've not done as much as I could, and things are not looking hopeful. Things are not looking hopeful at all. Like, to be fair, as long as I get like above C's and everything, no one's going to be like disappointed, except me. Like, I would be disappointed if I get a B, to be honest. So that's probably going to be the hardest thing, because I know that I'm not going to get A's and everything. I don't think I'm going to get any A's now after the way that the first one went. Like, I'm just feeling really disheartened at the moment. I think speaking to my teacher tomorrow will help, but like, realistically, there's not much anyone can do now about that. The only good thing is that was not my final exam, that was a mock. The reality is it goes towards nothing, towards my actual final grade, and there is room for improvement, even if I feel absolutely awful at the moment, like about how it went and how I'm going to get the grades that I need to go into the universities I want to. So yeah, I'm going to sign off for a bit, I think. Morning everyone, so it is now about 8:30 on Thursday morning. I have about 3 hours till I need to be in college, because I'm going to my English lesson today. Probably speak to my teacher about how the mock went, because we'll probably end up talking about it as a class anyway, because like literally I think everyone is there except one, because he's got a geography exam, so squad's back together. And literally, like, it could have gone so much worse. I feel so sorry for everyone who's still watching, because last night is like what I filmed, because I watched it because I uploaded it to my laptop this morning. So melodramatic, like, honestly, you'd think I was in a soap or something. It's that bad. Like, you know, these mean nothing really. Like, they're just a chance for me to try out what it's like doing an exam in the actual exam hall. So regardless of the grade I get, I've got that experience. So, you know, I've gained that experience of, I know that leaving the exam straight away instead of staying around getting upset, that is good. That is positive. That's positive I'm taking from this exam I did yesterday. And also, today I don't intend to talk to anyone from my Spanish before the exam, because I don't want to stress them out, because that's not fair on them, and I think I did that yesterday to most of my English class, and I feel really bad about it now. So if you're watching and I did stress you out, guys, I'm really sorry about that. Like, seriously, just walk off and leave me, because I'm that annoying. Like before an exam, just abandon me. And like, also because talking to people about what I knew and what I didn't know stressed me out as well. So it was like, because I went in there, I'd never been like more, like, I have been, it's just been like nearly a year since we've done proper exams. So I was like, so Spanish is done, and I don't have to think about anything related to Spanish other than reading until Tuesday, which is brilliant, because I'm not going to my lesson tomorrow because I have my speaking exam. I don't have a speaking exam, thank God. No, I've got my language exam at the end of the day, so because it starts at 1:30, I don't really want to go and register at 8:50. So instead of going in, I'm staying at home to revise, because it's easier and it means that I don't have to take all of my stuff in with me. So yeah, the exam overall was quite positive, I would say. Like, I can guarantee that I've made loads of stupid mistakes, because like, there was quite a false sense of security probably, and like, I'll get it back, and I've done worse than I did on literature. But to be honest, after doing the Spanish exam, I weirdly enough feel better about literature, because even though it was so much harder, that's how I normally react to exams. Whereas at GCSE, the only ones I was like this positive about were history and RS, and in RS I got a 7, so I didn't get the grade that like my predicted grade, and history I got an 8, but I was getting a 6 in the mock, so like I knew that I got more than a 6, so I was like happy with that, because like realistically I would have been happy with a 7 in history as well. So once it came out of the exam, I was like, questions were good, I knew what I was doing, and I included loads of details, so I knew that I knew I got better than a 6. So yeah, whether or not this is going to prove to be false sense of hope and I've actually got like a D or something and I have to like die because To be fair though, even if I get an E I don't have to reset, so yeah, praying we've done well, praying for a B. Would be okay with a C, whereas with English I wanted no. That's like, to be fair, I didn't have a chance to speak to my teacher today, but as a class we discussed the exam, and overall that was quite reassuring because everyone found the extract difficult, like because there was there was dialogue, it was just dialogue pretty much, and no turning point particularly, so it was like there was like, whereas with the others I've done like a whole paragraph on like the turning point and like how this noun phrase whatever or this main clause, depending on what it is, how that shows that there's a turning point and what it changes to. So like that's always like a nice paragraph to have in that essay, but there wasn't one, but everyone's agreed, and my unique pre-reading has come and I'm very happy because everyone else that I know doing English has got it already. Oh no, where's mine? No, it's here. I know that life is good, to be honest, like feeling pretty blessed right now. So like one of the things that we discussed was reflecting in our English lesson, was reflecting on the exam, what I did well, what we didn't do as well, sort of thing, and how we can change that for next time. So if like we struggle with the extract, plan it in, do more plans, or if we struggled with the actual reading of it and understanding it, you know, read more extracts, like, or even writing within the time, do that. So like that was quite useful. But I also thought around that why I felt so nervous before the exam, and it was because I ended up talking to people. I know what I'm like, and I know that I stress people out, so I am so sorry to anyone in my English lit class that had to speak to me on Wednesday because I was a nightmare. But yes, today for Spanish I went and sat in the garden area by our college for my lunch break, and that was okay. There's some very shouty children outside. But yeah, and I also went to my lesson that was before the exam. Clearly that's where like we got the feedback and stuff from. But that was really useful because it was like distracting. We talked about sonnets and poetry, and that was so completely different to Spanish that it took my mind off it a bit. And then sitting outside in the sun with one of my Spanish classmates was really, really nice. Like it was just chill and calm. We weren't thinking about the exam, we were just thinking about, you know, enjoying the sun, because you can guarantee come tomorrow it's going to be horrible again. And I have missed the sun so much. It's been gone for weeks, it feels like it is good for there to be nice weather again. Like it's warm, it's beautiful out, and I love it. So yeah, overall that exam was a lot less stressful, which I think is because I didn't have a chance to whip myself up because people were distracting me, or I was distracting myself with the lesson. So yeah, this time tomorrow I will be done with mocks, which is such a good feeling because the next mock's like Christmas, which means I can carry on my personal statement, which has been essentially abandoned this week. I can carry on with coursework for literature and do my reading for unique, can read the books for my IRP. Essentially I'm just going to have time to breathe again, and I'm really looking forward to that because the last 2.5 days have been very, very not intense because I've done less work than I normally would, but they've been stressful because it's a new environment to do exams in. Like I've never done exams at college before, that's why I started filming the video in the first place. So overall it's been an okay experience. So it's now 9:30 and I am 2/3 of the way done. Literally I've got to get through tomorrow morning doing reviewing and / revision, last minute like learning anything that I'm not sure on, just checking that I know what I need to do in this exam and all that. And then at about 4 o'clock tomorrow I'm going to be finished with mocks for year 1, which means waiting for results, which hopefully is not going to be like that long. Like, we're going to get them back before the end of the year hopefully. Coursework, personal statement, pre-reading, other reading, and just honestly just having a good time. Like it's meant to be nice again, like tomorrow's meant to be really hot and lovely, so I think a few of us might be going out to celebrate after we've finished, because certain people finish tomorrow whereas most people have got an exam next week, so RIP anyone with an exam next week, but like I'm free after tomorrow. So I'm signing off here and I'm gonna chill out for a bit and then just go to sleep because I want to get as much rest as possible before tomorrow, and I'm gonna have quite an early start even though I'm not in till 1:30. So I will see you tomorrow morning for the last day of filming and the last day of mocks for year 1, and everything will be fun and good and not stressful. So looking forward to this time tomorrow when I am done with mocks. So it's Friday and it's the last day of mocks for me. I'm nearly done. It's 9:30. I've got 4 hours until my exam starts, so I'm probably going to head to college about 12 so I can sit in the garden again, because that really helped, like not stressing and stuff, as long as the weather stays nice. Touch wood it will, because it was really sunny earlier. It's gone a bit less sunny currently, but hopefully good weather's going to hold for the rest of today for the longest day of the year, because it's the 21st of June. So I'm going to do a bit of revision now, slash recap, slash making sure I know what I know, that I know everything that I need to know. So I will see you in a bit for talking, but I'll probably film this bit because I don't think I've filmed very much revision since I started doing the actual mock. So despite my really bad headache, I finished my first set of mocks at college. Language was really good, to be honest, like better than I thought it was going to be. The first part, the 2 texts were about cars, which was okay, but then the second part, which was like the evaluate the idea question, there was one on gender or there was one on identity, so it was just such a good. I did the identity one because I was like, I want to mention accent dialect too. So yeah, mocks are over. I'm going to be able to do all my reading and stuff and go back to my personal statement. So I'm finishing the video here because mocks are over, so hopefully I've done okay in all of them. Then I think literature should have been the next strongest, but I don't think it's going to be. I think I did better in Spanish and literature, which I'm a bit annoyed about because Spanish is never my strong. Like literature should be stronger than Spanish. It's like, well, I didn't feel happy in the exam. Whereas in Spanish language, I felt a lot more calm. So yeah, sitting outside before my exam, really helpful. Hopefully it's going to be nice next time we do mocks, because that was really helpful for me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video if you are still watching after what feels like it's about 5 hours of film that I'm going to have to cut down. So if you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and if you've got any ideas for videos in the future, please let me know in the comments. Hopefully I will see you soon with some slightly less stressful videos. Bye guys.